Thank you, Dr. Arvizu, Director of this NREL, Dr. Petroshel, Executive Director of Department of Energy, distinguished scientists, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to visit this National Renewable Energy Laboratory. I know that this is the only national laboratory working on renewable energy. I'm here to learn more about how we can work together. United Nations, how United Nations and national government and business communities and academic and research communities can work together to realize the sustainable energy for all a reality. As you know, United Nations has taken this as the highest priority at this time, and thus the General Assembly has declared the next year as the International Year for Sustainable Energy for All. This is very significant. So let us work together. I have been traveling during the last 5 years many places where I could learn and I could see more about all the challenges which we are facing, particularly on addressing climate change. I have visited both the poles, and I have visited the Lake Chad, I have visited the Aral Sea, I have seen this Kilimanjaro, and I have been in Brazil, forest rain, Brazil Amazon basin. And you name any places where we can learn the negative consequences of climate change. Now, this may not look like such a terrible place. This is a very nice compound, a beautiful building. I know that this is most energy efficient, almost energy zero building, and I highly commend your work. And I'd like to thank at this time to many scholars who have contributed to the special report of Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC. I know that Dr. Arvizu is working very closely with Dr. Pachauri, who is our very distinguished collaborator, partner in working together. Now then, why energy, sustainable energy at this time, particularly renewable energy? After all, we have limited resources, and we have almost 3 billion people around the world who are not having access to energy. To be more exact, at least 1.4 billion people do not have access at all to electricity. And rest of the 1.6 billion people, they do not have access to energy. When we address this global health issues, when we address job creation, when we address women empowerment, when we address climate change, food security, water scarcity issues, I think energy is a cross-cutting issue. Sustainable energy is cutting across nearly every major challenges humanity faces today and in the future. If we do not work together, if we do not realize this initiative for sustainable energy for all, realized by 2030. My advisory group on climate change and energy has recommended, and we adopted this strategy, three strategies. First of all, realize universal access to energy by 2030, and double energy efficiency by 2030, and double this renewable energy share in the global energy mix. We have only 16% of renewable energy as a mix as an element of our energy universal access. We have to double this at least. This may cost money, but according to International Energy Agency report, it will cost only 3% of global energy investment. Therefore, it is possible if there is a political will. And I think you should speak out. Business community, academic research community, you should speak out to government leaders. We have distinguished representative of Department of Energy. Secretary Chu and President Obama, he should take a priority, political priority, policy priority in making this energy as #1 priority. United Nations will stand forefront, and I hope you'll be in the vanguard in working together with the United Nations. And that is why I'm here. I'd like to get more visions and more realistic agendas. But when you speak and you research, try to be bold and big. Try to think big and bold, on a realistic way. And United Nations will fully support your work, and this is what, and I wanted to hear from you, and I'm very much interested in listening and learning more from you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Which is an area working very closely with the UN and is
feasibility assessment of waste could be tied into hydroelectric developments as a hybrid system, or
we're starting to work much more extensively with IRENA, the new renewable energy agency in Abu Dhabi and Bonn.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes, absolutely.
Analysis in order to help inform decision making. Darker colors are higher amounts of wind. And for example, along this ridge line here in Nicaragua, that information actually allowed
where there's a tremendous amount of international attention these days. And that at UNIDO and Occam Steiner and UNEP, we're working on a policy-oriented an information platform on a wiki base to share information. And I wanted to turn it over to Jacqueline if I've left her anything to say.
Investment in renewable energy and energy efficiency. And where we aren't the only technology provider, there are a number of R&D institutions. Barriers or anything which United Nations.
네, 질문해봤습니다.
네, 반갑습니다. 안녕하세요. 네, 반갑습니다.
Thank you very much. Thank you.